All right, so on this one, it says the amount of money you spent on X CDs and Y DVDs is given by this equation. Find the intercepts and graph the equation. So some number of CDs and some number of DVDs, and we don't know how many of each of them, but we have this equation. So let's think about what this equation is telling us. 14x, so we know that x is the number of CDs. So that means the CDs cost $14 a piece. This is a question that might be a little outdated. And then 18y, so if the y is the DVDs, then that means the DVDs were $18 a piece. And so when you add it together, you get $126 total spent. And so that's kind of what that equation means. And that equation can be used to figure out how many of each that you purchased. So to do the x-intercept, we would say, well, let's think about what would it be if we only bought CDs? So 100% CDs and no DVDs purchased. And so that means you're just looking at the x value. So you would divide both sides by 14, and 126 divided by 14 is 9. So that's our x-intercept is at 9, 0. So we're on the x-axis, okay? And then if we only bought DVDs, then we divide by 18, and 126 divided by 18 is 7. So y is 7. So if x is 0, then y would be 7. So we could, think about what that means. We could buy 9 CDs and we'd spend our $126. Or we could buy 7 DVDs and spend $126. But in neither case, we wouldn't buy anything from the other value. And so line would go here. In this case, I would not extend the line and put arrows personally, because this is money. And so think about if we extend the arrows into this section, that's using a negative amount of money or a negative number actually of CDs. And in this section, that's a negative number of DVDs purchased. And so that's not really practical. So those are the intercepts, and that is the equation that as I would graph it. So I hope that's helpful.